Hi there. In the wake of Charlottesville, of the violence there, and of the violent disagreements about how to respond to violence, I'd like to address what I see as a false polarization of love and action. There seems to be a misunderstanding in some areas that to respond with love or to hold that love is the answer, and by the way, I know that love is the answer, is to sanction sitting back, disengaging, finding your happy place and zoning out, and not taking on the difficult, messy work of healing the divides in our country, of bringing about greater justice, and in the words of my friend Bill Cumming, a world that works for everyone. I'm reminded of a time with Byron Katie. I think it might have been at the School for the Work. It might have been another event. But someone asked Katie, if I question all my stressful thoughts, does that mean that I don't respond to hungry children, that I don't worry about starvation? And Katie said, love feeds the hungry child. Anger may wake us up to the need to feed the hungry child, but love feeds the hungry child. Love is not a passive response. Until we can find a ground of love, it can be wise, I think it would serve us well, to quiet down, to find that ground of love for our social action. But the ground of love is not an escape for social action. Love would not accept or sanction turning our backs on suffering human beings, let alone suffering animals. Love feeds the hungry child. Love puts salve on the wounds. Love, at its best, recognizes the misunderstandings, the brokenness, the damage that is behind so much evil in the world, maybe all of the evil in the world. So love is not a workaround. Love is not a spiritual bypass. Love feeds the hungry child. Sometimes love shows up in the streets, marching. Sometimes love puts people in jail. Sometimes love sits in a corner and waits, asking for inspiration. But it never sits in a corner and waits as a strategy to avoid the pain of not knowing what to do. It sits in a corner and waits as a way to engage with that pain, settle down, and discover the best response. Hatred, violence simply cannot heal the world. They cannot produce the change we want to see. Love can, and that's not a simple or easy path. But when you feel it for yourself, when you know it for yourself, you know it to be true. So for all of my fellow human beings who, like me, fall short of love as the answer, I just invite us to keep looking, keep striving, keep listening, and love as best we can, whenever we can, and to never confuse love with inaction. Thank you. Take care.